Howdy folks, for today's video, excuse my voice, it's I've been sick a little bit and well, not a little bit. I was sick for about 3 weeks or so. I was super excited about a new product from NOE, and this is one that I had been asking for well, a while. I don't know if a bunch of you know this, but somewhat recently NOE had been doing a bunch of basically these really cool molds in, I think they made them in, let's see, 357, 9mm, 44, 45, or 458. I know they did 458. 45 was like the start of it all, so I don't know if the 45 cal ones have all the options. But 458 and the final one that I was wanting was a 50 cal. And the thing that sets these molds apart is that they are a nose pour mold, and so the bullets are up, you know, the nose is at the top where you cut the sprue, so you pour it nose first, and then instead of using like hollow point pins, you know, with the nose down, it's a hollow base, and they give you NOE gives you a set of hollow base pins, and that's for the lightest weight. And they also give you 3 other sets of pins to do 3 other bullet weights. And what's really cool about that is, well, so I'll show you. This is the mold I just picked up. Super stoked about it. This is the HTC502-300-TC-CI5. And like I said, what makes this mold unique is that with this one bullet mold, you can cast 300 grain hollow base bullets, and I think like it came with the hollow base bullets installed, or hollow base pins installed. So 300 grains if you do the hollow base, and then if you take the first set of pins that just takes that hollow base and makes it flat, then it will cast a 350 grain truncated cone. And if you take the next set of pins, they're a little bit shorter, which allow for more lead to be in the mold. Those come out to be 400 grains about. And then the last set of pins are the smallest, and they allow you to cast a 500 grain bullet. So if you have a Smith & Wesson 500, or you're thinking about getting one, or maybe if you throw it in the 50 Beowulf, I'm not sure how like the truncated cone feeds in an AR. I would think that it would work fine, or actually even pretty good. But you can see the profile of the projectiles right there. And the me-plat is, I forget what diameter it is, but it seems like it's wide enough to do some damage, but small enough to feed in, say, like a semi-auto or something. So if you have a 50 Beowulf, 500 Smith & Wesson, I don't think that these would fit in the magazine of the Desert Eagle, but maybe. I don't know. Not sure on that one. But yes, super stoked. Just picked up this mold, and you might ask, well, Taco, that looks like it's brand new. Why were you holding up a pink hollow base bullet? Well, I'll tell you why. I was over at the bullet mold shop talking with Al, and he had told me that he had run one of the first cuts, or the prototype molds, and he had a 2 cavity with just the hollow base pins. And I said, please let me take that one and cast up some bullets and try it out and test it out and just see how it goes, even, you know, if it's just hollow base. And so he let me take it. That weekend I was going to be taking a group of, like, I think it was like 12 shooters, some of those new shooters, but some of them had been shooting before. And one of the guns they requested was the 500 Smith & Wesson. And so I said, oh, please let me let me take this. And then I hurried up, and like I think the next day after picking up the prototype mold, I cast up, a good handful of them and powder coated them and sized them, and then I loaded them. And normally you wouldn't want to cast, load, and shoot all within the same week because it hasn't given the lead enough time to properly harden and stuff, but I didn't care, and I really wanted to test it out. I didn't even have enough time to do some like really good load development, so I took the easy way out. And for this hollow base one, with the hollow base you don't want to push them too hard. I've heard of people blowing off skirts of hollow base bullets when they get the pressure too high. So I just said, I have an answer for that, and that is one of my favorite powders, which is kind of fairy dust now. It's hard to get a hold of, but it's Trail Boss. And so what I did is I filled up the case to the base of the bullet, which is typically their max load. And even with a hollow base, it gives you a little bit more room to play with that. But I hurried and loaded up some. Man, I need to take the same load out and chronograph it to see how fast it's going. But my guess would be that it's probably around 850 to 950 feet per second, and that is just a number I'm pulling out of my butt. So I needed to take these to the range, chronograph them. I was super busy helping that group go shooting and have a good time and be safe. And I brought out the collection, quite a bit of firearms, everything from 22 long rifle up to the 50 BMG. And so I had to make sure that they were putting the right ammo in the right guns. And I ended up shooting probably about 3 or 4, I would say mag, but it's not a mag, cylinders full of these. And they were a hoot to shoot. It was so much fun.
I am now.
Okay, I got the old man mag load. And so it's kind of funny. I think since I powder coated them pink, and they're kind of a soft, wussier load, then I actually, there was a guy, one of the guys who was pretty timid, and he kind of a newer shooter. I've taken him shooting I think once before, and he did not want to shoot the 500 Magnum. And I usually don't pressure anybody to shoot anything they're not comfortable with, but I said, hey, I know that you're, skeptical on the recoil and everything, but I have the perfect load for that gun, that revolver for you. And it's the old man load. And so I ended up loading up a cylinder of these pink old man loads, the little farty loads, I guess, with Trail Boss. And I was surprised how well they shot for like a, cast coated loaded shot within a week. They actually shot pretty good. I shot them pretty well. I was hitting some 2/3 IPSC targets out to about 100 yards, and for shooting a big revolver, 100 yards is pretty good, at least for me. Maybe I have low expectations. I was able to hit things exactly, it shot where I was aiming at. And so I think I'm going to cast up a bunch more of these hollow base and have those available for when my wrists are a little bit tired, or if I want to shoot the 500 mag but I don't want the full power. I really do love shooting that gun. I love it, but sometimes when you shoot it, it just rocks your hands and wrists, especially if you shoot it like a bunch. Like on a typical range day, if I bring the 500, I'll put, at least 50 rounds through it, maybe 100. Depends on how many milk jugs I got. But with these, not quite as good on the milk jugs, but they're really good on the steel because they thump it pretty good, even though it's like 300 grains. Oh, nice. Like I said, a little farty load. So I want to do some more load development with this one, the lightweight one, and I'm thinking about using, so I know people don't have Trail Boss and they can't find Trail Boss, so then I want to experiment with some unique loads. I'm guessing probably 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 grains of unique behind this would make a nice little kind of lighter load, but still thump pretty hard. I'm also excited about having the 350 grain flat base, and then the 400, and then the 500 grain. It's going to be a really cool mold to play around with. And once again, it comes with all, so if you get the 4 cavity, sorry, going through puberty or something. If you get the 4 cavity mold, then it will come with 4 different sets of pins. So you get 4 pins of each size. So if you wanted to, you can do one of each. You could go like hollow base 300, then a flat base 350, 400, 500 grain, and do like, you know, each time you crack the sprue and drop the bullets, you'll get like 4 different bullet weights. That'd be kind of cool if you're wanting to do a variety to start with and play around with. But yeah, so that is totally awesome that you can get all of this and in one mold configuration. It's almost like having 4 different bullet molds in one. And if you look at it cost-wise for that, then that's amazing. So I know some of the people on the forums were wanting this to be a group buy, and I talked to Al, and he said he would just run it. And there were enough people that showed some interest. Plus, I said I've never seen a truncated cone 500 mag bullet mold before. Not saying that there aren't, but I haven't seen one. And especially one that can do this many bullet weights. And what's really cool too is to change the bullet weights. All you got to do is undo this little Allen screw right here and pull off the clip, slide out the pin, pop in the new pin, and then re-screw it down. And I might maybe do like a little short video on casting tips or mold setup with this mold. Man, I had a video on the tips for casting hollow points, and then YouTube deleted that and gave me a channel strike and, you know, punish you. So anyways, so I'll have to figure out how to do that while still abiding with their rules and whatnot. Eventually, if you guys could all go to Rumble, then I could just make Rumble exclusive content. But it's hard to, with my limited time, to try and do a video for Rumble, a video for Instagram, a video for YouTube, whatever. And so the easiest thing for me right now with limited time is to do the censored videos. And I know you guys don't love censored videos, so the more of you who go to Rumble and subscribe, the more incentive it is for me to like make an exclusive video or exclusive content over there. So if you guys are interested in this bullet mold, they have them over at NOEbulletmolds.com, and if you use coupon code FLT001, it'll save you like 10%, and that coupon code is good on I think everything that NOE sells. I don't get any perks out of it other than the satisfaction of saving you some dollars. While you're at it, you know, you may consider taking a look at their mold handles because they are premium. Unlike the Lee ones, they are drilled and pinned, so the handles don't slide off like the Lee ones. And I always wonder why Lee doesn't just put a pin in there, drill and throw a pin in it. It wouldn't take that much more, but it would make their mold handles so much better. The NOE ones are premium. They're worth it. If you're looking for a stocking stuffer, then you know, a mold mallet is an awesome stocking stuffer for the bullet caster in your life. So anyways, I will try and have a video the more I play around with this mold and the other ones that I picked up that are in, like I said, 9mm, 357, 44, 45, 458, I've been casting with those different molds and the different pins, and I just oh, one thing, man, you'll never have a more beautiful base than if you cast with a nose pour with these pins, man. It looks perfect. Like, yeah, just amazing. So anyways, stay safe, have fun, and if you're looking for something for Christmas, go ahead. Oh, and I talked with Alan. He said they even have gift cards. Hope to have more content with this awesome, beautiful mold. Next time you see it, it won't be so beautiful because it'll have smoke in it, and it'll be all, you know, broken in. And broken in molds don't look as pretty, but they cast so good. So take care, stay safe. I hope you guys have like a super awesome, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a New Year. And I hope to be able to have some downtime to make more content for you guys. And leave a comment, subscribe, share if you appreciate what I'm doing. And take care, stay safe. Later.